Good morning, students. So, yesterday, if you remember, in the lecture so far, what are the topics that we have covered? So, in yesterday's lecture, I explained to you the build-up of the chapter. Just now, we were dealing with what? Factorizing the polynomials, right? We were dealing in factorizing the polynomials. Now, the quadratic equation, it was in the form ax square plus bx plus c. This was done by splitting the middle term, right? And the cubic polynomial, that was in the form ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d. Here a cannot be 0, even here a cannot be 0. Okay, so a cubic polynomial, and we saw that to solve a cubic polynomial, 3 steps are needed because there is no direct method like this splitting the middle term. First, we use the factor theorem or remainder theorem, that is a trial and error method, to find which gives a remainder 0. So we find the first factor. When we get the first factor, we do the long division method, either vertical or horizontal, and get the divisor and the quotient. And use of the quotient is mostly in the quadratic form, and you further factorize the quotient and get the factors. So cubic polynomial mostly has 3 factors, can be 2 also, can be 1, can be 0, but the quadratic has got 2 or less than 2, cubic has got 3 or less than 3. So this we have done till here. Now this is for any polynomial, but to make our work easier, to make our work easier, we will now do certain identities. What are we going to do? Algebraic identities. Now you have done a few of them last year, right? The algebraic identities. For example, a plus b the whole square is a square plus 2ab plus b square. A minus b the whole square is a square minus 2ab plus b square. Okay, I've written it like this, but I think I should change this because we have used constant as a and b, and identities are in the form of variables, right? So I use the constant here, so I'll change it and write in the other form. Say x plus y the whole square equal to x square plus 2xy plus y square. X minus y the whole square is x square minus 2xy plus y square. And x minus y into x plus y is x square minus y square. So this is the identities we have done last year. So if you want, we can just very briefly find out how we get the identities. Very simple. X plus y the whole square is actually what? What is x plus y whole square? It is x plus y into x plus y, right? Because 5 square is 5 into 5. So x plus y the whole square is x plus y into x plus y. How do we multiply this? This x is multiplied by the whole bracket, x plus y, and this plus y, so this x is multiplied with the whole bracket and this y is also multiplied with the whole bracket, so x plus y. Now x into x gives you x square, x into y gives you xy, again y into x gives you xy, and y into y gives you y square. When you add it up, you get x square, xy plus xy, 2xy plus y square. So this is how we got the identity, algebraic identity, which you did last year. So remember, x plus y the whole square is x square plus 2x plus y square. Okay. In case we had a minus here, I'm not going to write the whole thing again. If there was a minus here, this should have been a minus and a minus. So we have x into minus y, and this is the minus here, so the sign comes minus, and minus. So x into x is x square, x into minus y is minus xy, minus y into x is minus xy, but minus y into minus y is plus y square because the square is positive. So we get minus xy minus xy, so here it becomes minus 2xy. Nothing else changes. So we got the second identity, x minus y the whole square is x square minus 2xy plus y square. And the third one, x minus y into x plus y. What do you get this? So we get x into the bracket x plus y. This time x is multiplied with the bracket x plus y, but a minus y here. So minus y in the bracket x plus y. What is done? X into the bracket minus y into the bracket. So x into x, you have x square, x into y, xy, minus y into x, minus xy, minus y into y, minus y square. So this plus xy and minus xy get cut. We are left with x square minus y square. So these are the identities you did last year. You did the multiplication of the identities last year. Now why are we revising this identities? Because last year you learned how to expand this. X minus y the whole square to get this. You learned how to expand x plus y the whole square to get this. This year we are doing the chapter on factorizing the polynomials. So we are going to do it backwards, reverse. So we are given this identity. We will backwards, we will get the factors. Right? So last year you learned the multiplication. How to expand the identities. The algebraic identities were expanded like it. Like for example, you learned to do multiplication. 2 3s are 6. This year you are going to find the factors of 6, that are 2 and 3, 1 and 6. So the multiplication you did last year, this year we are going to do the factorization. Okay? So if we know the multiplication, how the expansion was done, it becomes easier to understand the factorization. Are you following my point? So last year we learned how to expand them. We expanded them. So this year we are going to learn to factorize them. We already learned two methods, and these two methods are enough. But still, if you have got identities, then it makes our work simpler. We will see how later on. Now one last thing we need to do is a variable x plus a into say another x plus b. So now you see, this is not the same. This is not x plus x plus y into x plus y. It is x plus something and x plus something. Means the x has remained the same. These two numbers have changed. So how do we multiply the bracket x into the whole bracket x plus b plus a into the whole bracket x plus b. So what do you get? X into x square, x into b, bx, a into x, ax, and a into b, ab. So we get x square. Here we can take the x common. So a plus b into x plus ab. So again you see this multiplication. What have we got? X plus a into x plus b equal to x square plus a plus bx plus ab. So if I get x plus a into x minus b, what will change? A is positive, b is negative. So only in the place of b I have to put a negative b. I get x square plus a minus bx minus ab. What if I have x minus a and x plus b? Now here the a has become negative, so x square plus b minus ax and minus ab again. Why? Because minus a into plus is minus. And if say both are minus, then what will I get? X square, this both are minus, so minus into bracket a plus bx, so both are minus, and minus into minus b becomes plus ab. Right? So I have expanded for you all the identities. Now, some of you must have realized very quickly that what we did here is actually the splitting the middle term. Did you notice this? What we did here is actually splitting the middle term. How is splitting the middle term? Okay, now here I use AB. Don't confuse this AB with this. This AB is a separate AB and this is a separate AB. I should use something else. I should have used C plus D. Do not confuse. Yes, I should have used C plus D. But it doesn't make any change in the equation. You will follow Y. So just now written here, so I'm not confusing. You can take any constant. So I call it C and D. So x plus D, C, x plus D, x square plus dx plus cx plus cd. So C plus D, x into cd. Right? So now what did you see here? In splitting the middle term, what we did, we multiplied the coefficient of x square with c. What we got, that was the end, cd into 1 or whatever is here into cd. And in the middle we found out two numbers, two factors whose sum gave us the middle term and product gave us the last term. So this is nothing but what? This is splitting the middle term. So this was the reverse formula. This you did last year, this is the expansion. How you multiply the brackets and open it up. So x plus y the whole square opens into this, x minus y opens into this, x minus y into x plus y becomes this. And multiplication of gives you this. Now this here, what is the thing we have to do? Factorize. This polynomials are given to us, we have to find the factors. Now I'll give you an example, it will become very clear to you. Okay, a very simple example to make it very clear to you. Follow the example closely. Let us say we have got a polynomial x square plus 6x plus 9. Okay? So let us factorize this using which technique? We'll use the technique splitting the middle term. Okay, so let us split the middle term. Now, what is our A? A is 1. What is C? C is 9. So 1 into 9 is 9. Right? 1 into 9 is 9. Now, so AC we have got 9. Now we'll find the factors such that we get. What are the factors of 9? 1 into 9 is 9. Minus 1 into minus 9 is also 9. 3 into 3 is 9. And minus 3 into minus 3 is also 9. Can you see this? 1 into 9 is 9. So 1 into 9 we got 9. So 9 is 1 into 9. Or minus 1 into minus 9. Or 3 into 3 or minus 9. Now let me add it. If I add 1 and 9, I get 10. Minus 1 and minus 10 gives me minus 10. This gives me 6, this gives me minus 6. What is the middle term here? The middle term is 6. So I will have the splitting 3 plus 3. So what the splitting I have done here? X square plus 3x plus 3x plus 9. Here x comes out common. So x plus 3. Here 3 comes out common. So x plus 3. So I got x plus 3 taking out common. And what remains here? X plus 3. So this which method I used here? I used the method splitting the middle term. Right? Followed the method. This method is called splitting the middle term. But now the same answer in a different method. Not a different method, just like different approach. You can see x square is a perfect square. X into x is x square. And you can see 9 is also a perfect square. 3 3s are 9. So can I put it in this form? Let me check. X square, I can write x the whole square plus 9 I can write 3 the whole square. So it is, what you can see here, x square and our y is 3, 3 square. Now 2xy. So 2 into x and y is 3. The y is 3. Can you see the y is 3? Now what is 2 3s are 6 and 6 into x is 6x. So you got the middle term. So how you written this? I written x the square, 3 the square. So a square, b square, 2ab. So what is this 2ab? 2 into a into b, and that is how I broke the 6x. So here I did not use split. Here I split the middle term. Here I did not. Here I used an identity. Now I know this identity that x square plus 2 into x into y plus y square is x plus y the whole square or x plus y into x plus y. So this becomes x plus 3 into x plus 3. So any quadratic equation can be solved by this method called splitting the middle term, but not all quadratic equations can be solved by this method. This method will be only used if you find it is a perfect square. So only if it is a perfect square you can use this identity, otherwise you will have to use splitting the middle term. But why have we learned the identities? Trying to make the work simpler. If it is a perfect square, we can factorize it directly. Now, until the book doesn't mention to you which method to choose, you are free to choose whichever method you want. Provided what? We will give you polynomials now. In the sum, so we will have lot of different type of polynomials. You will either use identities, this 3, or splitting the middle term, whatever. Let us try out one more sum. Four x square minus 9y square. We have to factorize this. Okay. Now you can see here, this is not in a single variable. This sum has become in a 2 variable sum. There are 2 variables, x also and y also. Now there is no middle term here, so what will you split? Can you see? There is no middle term here. Here there is a middle term, here there is no middle term. So here the splitting is not possible, but we have got an identity. X square minus y square is x minus y into x plus 5, which we just derived. So I can write this 4x square as 2x the whole square. Yes, laws of exponents. You know what is 2x the whole square? Because 2 square is 4 and x square is x square. So I wrote 2x the whole square minus 9y can be written 3y the whole square. Clear? So 2x the whole square minus 3y the whole square. Now imagine this whole number is one number. So 2x, let me call it a, 3y let me call it b, or let me call this say s, let me call this t. So s square minus t square is s minus t into s plus t. So the sum will become now 2x minus 3y into 2x plus 3y. So these are the factors, these are the 2 factors of 4x square minus 9y square. So I am hoping that you are generally getting what is factorization. So we have learned the identities last year, multiplication, how it is done, and using this identities we are going to factorization. So we are using identity, here we are using identity, here you can say use an identity or use the method splitting the middle term. So you are at your liberty to choose whichever method you want. According to the sum, choose your method and do the factorization. So ultimately the chapter is working on what? Factorizing the polynomials. In the first lecture we saw there are many different kind of polynomials. This quadratic, cubic, yes, single variable, 2 variable, anything is possible. What is your basic concept here is to factorize the polynomials. So if you have followed this or not followed this, you are at liberty to watch all the videos from the start the chapter all over again, try to understand this in perfect detail. Now we will do a few sums to practice it further. Okay, so I put a sum on the board, x plus 7 into x minus 3, and we will do the sum both ways. One is the usual method, expanding, and second is the identity. So first the usual method. What is the usual method? I take x, multiply this whole bracket into it, x minus 3. Okay, so x into x minus 3. Then the plus 7, plus because it is a plus 7, into again the bracket x minus 3. So what I get? X into x square, x into minus 3, minus 3x, plus 7 into x. So 7x and 7 into minus 3, minus 21. So I get x square. These two terms are like terms. Can you see? Same variable. So 7 minus 3 is how much? 4x minus 21. Okay. Now we do the same by which method? Using the identity. So which identity will you use here? X plus a, x minus b. So this is one we have got. X plus a, x minus b. So what is x plus a to x minus b? See the sum. X plus a, x minus b. Your a is 7, b is 3. So the identity is x square plus A minus B into x. Can you see? A minus B. A is 7, B is into x. And minus, because 1 is a minus, 7 into 3, so 21. So you get x square, 7 minus 3 is 4, so 4x minus 21. This was the usual method. This is which method? Using the identity. Now how would you factorize this back? So this is what you see, where you multiply the identity, factorization is splitting the middle term. How? This is 1 here, this is minus 21 here. So A into C, 1 into minus 21 is minus 21. Now what are the factors of minus 21? Minus 1 into 21 or 1 into minus 21. Minus 3 into 7 or minus 7 into 3. So when you will get the plus 4, when you take a plus 7 and a minus 3, you will get the plus 4, splitting. So this is the reverse method, splitting, and we got the factorization. So this was the multiplication, the reverse gives us the factorization. So what are we trying to do here? Again I tell you, what are we trying to do? We are supposed to do the whole method. We are trying to make it simpler by using identities. If you want to use the identities or no is your choice, but using identities, understanding the identities will make your work easier. You will have to memorize them, but before memorizing, follow how we derive the formula, and then you can memorize it, use it directly, get the answer, save your time in the examination. Okay, so that is the basic idea. Okay, now we move on to the application of the identity. So what is the application? Let us have to multiply 108 with 102. Okay, so I can do the multiplication roughly also, but now we want to make use of these identities. So 108 I will write as 100 plus 8, and 102 I will write as 100 plus 2. So you can see the 100 is same in both the cases, like the x is the same, but this 2 has changed. So now what is the identity? This is x plus a into x plus b, both are plus. So x plus a into x plus b should give me 100 square plus 8 plus 2, yes, into 100. Why our x is 100? Can you see the x is 100? So 100 square plus 8 plus 2 into 100 plus 8 into 2. We have to multiply this 2 in the end, AB. So 100 square is 10,000. 8 plus 2, 10. 10 into 100 is 1000 plus 8 2s are 16. So the answer is 10,000 plus 1,000, 11,060. Okay, so user identity. Now let us try something else. Let us say we want to multiply 87, okay, not 87, okay, we'll write 87 into 93. So here I will not write 80 plus 7 and 90 plus 3. Instead I will write this as 87 as 90 minus 3 and 93 as 90 plus 3. Okay, so 87 written as what? 90 minus 3. 93 as 90 plus 3. Now this became 90 minus 3 into 90 plus 3, something like this. X minus y into x plus y. So the identity is x square minus y square. So what is my x? 90. So 90 square minus, what is my y? 3 square. So what is 90 square? Very easy. 9 9s are 81. And this 10 into 10 becomes 100. So 8 1 2 zeros. This 1 0 square becomes 2 zeros minus 9. What will you get? 8091. Because 100 minus 9 is 91. So 8091 is the application of this identities. So is it clear to you till here? What we have done? Learn the identities and done the practical work on the identities. Now let us see a few more sums. Okay, so we have got two sums on the board. 49a square plus 70ab plus 25b square. These are two separate sums, so you have to factorize them. Now here you can see a square and b square and ab. So this is a sum in two variables. Here you also got x and y sum in two variables, but still we can always find the factors. Now we'll try to match an identity. So what is the first thing you see? The part which is the square. You can see this a square and b square. Find out whether this number are perfect squares. So 49 is a perfect square. You know that. 49 is 7 square. So 7a the whole square. Did you follow what I have done? 49 is a perfect square. So 7a the whole square. 7 sevens are 49. A into a is a square. So 49a square. And here in the end 25 is also perfect square. So 5b the whole square. So I have got the first term as a whole square, the last term as a whole square. And what I have to check now? What is the middle term? 2xy. So 2 into 7a into 5b. What I have to do? 2 into the first term into the last term. You give me the middle term. Now check. Is this okay? 2 5s are 10. 10 sevens are 70. 70 into AB, so 70AB. So this is the way we can write it. How will you check? Always begin to see the first and the last term are perfect squares. If they are perfect squares, then you can multiply with the 2x into y and gives you this, then this is the identity. So what is the identity you got here using this identity? X square plus 2xy plus y square is x plus y the whole square. Means the whole square term, yes term, you add them and put the bracket. So here what is the whole square term? It is 7a. And what is the whole square term? You have 5b. So it is 7a into 5b the whole square. So this is the factorization. Clear? So you have to check it what? First look at the first term and the last term. Are they perfect squares? If they are perfect squares, you can use an identity. If they are not perfect squares, you will use splitting the middle term. Even if they are perfect squares, you have to also check whether the between term, if this is x and this is y, is the between term 2xy. If it is, you can use the identity or you cannot. And this can be a minus sign also, not an issue because you got another identity also. Now we go to same things here. There are only two terms, no middle term. See, can be written as a perfect square. So 25 upon 4 can be written as 5 upon 2. Because 5 square is 25, 2 square is 4 and x. So 5x becomes a perfect square. This is a perfect square. Can you see? I wrote it outside the bracket now. Be very careful with the writing in the bracket. So 5 square is 25, 2 square is 4 and x square. And here I will get y upon 3 the whole square. Right? Because y square is y square and 3 square is 9.